Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear all students. Hope everyone is fine. Today we will study about homeostasis in plants. Before starting, we pray to Almighty Allah to better learn and to better teach. As another living organism, plants are also homeostatic. Homeostasis is actually one of the characteristic features of any living organism. Living organism can breathe, can take food, can reproduce, and can excrete. Just like this, living being can regulate their inner body in respect to their surroundings by the process of homeostasis. In plants, homeostasis works as they remove gases from the body. They helps to remove extra water from the plant body. They also helps to remove metabolic waste, and they help to maintain water and salt concentration in the body. So let's discuss in detail. All the living organisms which are found on earth continuously produce gases during their metabolic and cellular activities. Therefore, they have to exchange gases with their environment. In plants, control of gas exchange is one of the most important elements of homeostasis. The gaseous balance in plants is quite complex because plant cells carry both respiration and photosynthesis simultaneously, unlike other organisms. Plants also respire as same way as other animals. During respiration, oxygen is used to oxidize carbohydrate molecules, and carbon dioxide and water are thus produced as waste product. On the other hand, during the process of photosynthesis at the daytime, in the presence of sunlight, they use atmospheric carbon dioxide and water while release oxygen as a byproduct, while they produce carbohydrate as or glucose molecule as a product or food material which will oxidize during the process of photosynthesis. Under normal condition, photosynthesis rate are higher than the rate of respiration. Thus, there is a net increase in oxygen production accompanied by a net increase in the usage of carbon dioxide. On balance, therefore, during daytime, plants use carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. When the leaf is exposed to light, the presence of photosynthesis begins. So the exchange of gases between living plants and atmosphere is crucial to the survival of all living organisms. The gases move into and out of the plant through a specialized pore located usually along the lower surface of the leaf called stomata. This stomata is surrounded by two pieces of structure called guard cells. The exchange of gases occurs from the tissues of leaf. When stomata open, the carbon dioxide come inside the body of plant, while oxygen released from the body during the process of. At night, due to the absence of sunlight, plants do not perform the process of photosynthesis. So photosynthesis stops, but respiration continues. Plants excrete carbon dioxide more at night compared to during the day. And another process called transpiration also helps to regulate the process of homeostasis from the body of plant by the removal of extra amount of water. They helps to regulate the temperature in the body. So when at daytime stomachs open to carry the carbon dioxide, they also helps to transpire the excess amount of water from the body of plant in the form of water vapors. So most of the extra amount of water transpire from the body of plant through stomachs, but cuticle and lenticels, that is tiny pores which are present on the bark of the stems, also helps in this process. But at night, when stomachs are closed, the another process called guttation helps to remove the excess amount of water from the body by the help of hydatodes. Hydatodes are actually tiny pores which are present on the edges of leaf blade. They help to remove the excess amount of water in the form of droplets. So plant does not always need the same amount of moisture at night. When temperature are cool or when the air is humid, less moisture evaporates from the leaves in the form of droplets by the process of guttation. Removal of metabolic waste is also one of the very important aspects of homeostasis. In plants, during winter season, shedding of leaves when aging due to the presence of abscisic acid is the removal of extra organ from the plant. Calcium oxalate crystals are actually formed in most of the angiospermic plants. Its reserves in normally cannot be used, thus eliminated by the homeostasis. Resins by coniferous trees when gums are removed from Kikar plant. Resins and gums both are actually secondary metabolites produced in plant tissues, often as a result of diseases or injury to the bark or wood. So plant excreted out. Resins are actually solid or highly viscous substances produced generally in coniferous trees, while gums are usually formed due to the disintegration of plant cellulose, while latex is and mucilage. Latex removed by rubber plant. Latex is the milky fluid consisting of tiny droplets, while mucilage as a thick, gluey or sticky substance produced in various plants having several rows, but extra amount can be excreted out from the plant body. In plants, generally the process of regulating water potential in order to keep fluid and electrolyte balance within a cell or organism relative to their surrounding is called osmoregulation adjustment. In plants, this process occurs by the adaptation of several characters in respect to the adjustment in their surroundings. So, on the basis of osmoregulation, plants can be classified under several groups called number 1, xerophytes. Xerophytes are those plants which face a scarcity of water, so they develop several characteristics to adjust with their surroundings or to adjust their fluid condition in the body. The second category is called hydrophytes. Hydrophytes are those group of plants which live in water, so they also adopt several characteristics and modification in their body to adjust in their environment. Mesophytes are those group of plants which lives in moderate condition of water, so they also develop several characteristics including large leaf surface. Last category is called halophytes. Halophytes are those group of plants which face high salt concentration in the soil, so they develop salt glands to remove extra amount of water and to adjust in their environment. So friends, this is all about homeostasis in plants. I hope everything is clear to you. We will meet in next lecture inshallah. Allah Hafiz.